skinny kid with plenty.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's ZTAY, aka Lil Red. We got the biggest trade so far in the 2023 offseason. The Washington Wizards are trading three-time All-Star Bradley Beal to the Phoenix Suns for Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, and a handful of second-round picks and multiple pick swaps. Now let's get into the breaking news. It's obviously big. Bradley Beal is now a Phoenix Sun, and a lot of people are questioning the move on the Wizards' part and also on the Suns' part. First off, Bradley Beal did have a no trade clause in his contract, so that means he got to pick where he wanted to go. I believe it was between the Suns, the Heat, the Bucks, and he decided to choose the Phoenix Suns to go team up with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Phoenix moves on from Chris Paul, which they probably were already going to, and they get rid of Landry Shamet, so it's pretty much Shamet for Bradley Beal. Couple second-round picks and some pick swaps. A lot of people saying, what are the Wizards doing? First off, the contract is absolutely horrible for Bradley Beal. He didn't really have that good of a season. He's not the same player he was when he was getting those 30-point games. He definitely had a off season, if you could say that, and I think they're in fear that is just going to get worse from here. This is probably the highest trade value they could get for him. But damn, the Suns basically got him for a bag of chips. Now let's talk about the Suns. Is this even going to be good for the Phoenix Suns? Like, I'm asking the question, who's playing point guard for the Phoenix Suns? Like, really think about it. They don't have any more money at all. I know some people seeing the meme of all the dudes on the bench, and this is the meme. The Suns dipped after trading for Beal. And I'm not gonna lie, this might be true. They don't have any damn money. Bro, Bradley Beal's contract is crazy. He's going to be making $57 million at the end of his contract. That is for 1 year, along with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. Now, I was looking at this thing right here. Before Chris Paul got there, look how many times they missed the playoffs. I know Chris Paul did not have a good season last year. I'm not even a Chris Paul fan. I don't even really like Chris Paul, if I'm being honest. But you can't argue he really did turn this team around. You could say Devin Booker, and they looked good in the bubble before they got Chris Paul. But you think about the bubble and the Thunder with Chris Paul. One thing about Chris Paul, he's going to make your team better. He's still a floor general. He's not the same player athletically, or he can't score as good as he used to, but he's still a very good player. And the fact that Phoenix is kind of treating him like this is kind of odd to me. Especially they got rid of Monty Williams at first, and then Chris Paul. They're letting go, in my opinion, two of the most important parts for the success that the Phoenix Suns have had over the last couple years. Like, they would not have made the finals without Chris Paul or Monty Williams. So I'm just really left questioning if this is even a good trade for the Phoenix Suns, because Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Josh Okogie, Kevin Durant, DeAndre Ayton. Like, Devin Booker, I'm sorry, he's not a point guard. He is a scorer. This man is a bucket getter. He's not a point guard. And I think the same thing is going to happen with Devin Booker if they try to run him at point guard. The same thing's going to happen to him as what happened to CJ McCollum for the Pelicans. Like, they didn't have a point guard. They said CJ play point guard, and his scoring consistency wasn't the same because you're taking a pure score, which was what they mainly have been focusing on their whole entire career, which is why they're so efficient. You've seen the efficient numbers for Devin Booker in the playoffs, and now you're telling them, now I need you to control the pace of an offense. And I need you to get men open. I need you to run these sets and learn the playbook and be the first one to touch the ball and take down the court, deal with the full court pressure. Now you got to be doing all this other stuff and still do your scoring. I honestly don't think Devin Booker should be playing point guard for the Phoenix Suns. I don't think Cameron Payne is still a Phoenix Sun. I think he's gone. I'm pretty sure their whole roster is gone, to be honest. Like, they have a lot of free agents. They still have Josh Okogie, but in my opinion, he's not a starter. I think you could slide both these guys down right here and get a point guard. But that's the thing. You're going to have to get a minimum point guard. And now that Chris Paul got traded, he cannot re-sign with the Phoenix Suns. So the Suns are going to have to go in a different direction at point guard, because Devin Booker is not a point guard. And then on top of that, you got to deal with the bench. So, listen, When Kyrie Irving got traded to the Dallas Mavericks, you could go back and look at my trade video. Look what I said. I don't think it's going to be a good fit because Luka, you know, high usage rate. Kyrie needs the ball in his hand. It's not going to be a good fit. And guess what? I was low-key right. They missed the playoffs. You could say Luka's injuries, but whatever. They missed the playoffs. Now, Phoenix Suns. I'm saying it right now first. It's not going to be a good fit. You got 3 bucket getters and nobody that's going to control the pace. You need a point guard. Like, you didn't lack scoring. You went out and got scoring's not going to hurt your team, but that wasn't your problem. Phoenix Suns, they're not addressing the problems that we seen in the playoffs. Think back to that Nuggets series. What was the problems for the Phoenix Suns? Their depth. Chris Paul went down, and it was Devin Booker and Kevin Durant taking turns just scoring ISO ball. You can't win like that. Now you add Bradley Beal, another scorer. You know what they lacked? A point guard. Chris Paul getting hurt is a big reason why they lost the series, which is why they're probably not bringing him back for that type of contract. They see, you know, he's probably going to retire soon. His body's giving up on him or whatever. DeAndre Ayton's not doing hhis thing. They might trade him. So maybe they could trade him and try to get a point guard or some more depth because that's what they need. That's the reason they lost the series. Devin Booker was playing out of his mind, bro. He was getting, 23 for 26, 40-point games. Like, come on. You can't get more efficient than that scoring-wise. Kevin Durant, 32 points, 36 points. Those two were giving you buckets. That's not their issue. But they went out and got another bucket getter. In my opinion, it's not going to hurt them too much. Like, they're obviously going to get better because now they got a third scorer. They're going to score a lot of points. But in my opinion, this will not win a championship. And if it does, then I'm wrong. Now the Chris Paul rumors are already starting. Where is he going to end up? Clippers are interested in a reunion. They're going to have to trade for him. Now the Lakers are in talks with getting Chris Paul. So that's the next big thing. Where is Chris Paul going to go? Because it looks like, unless I'm wrong, the Wizards probably aren't going to keep Chris Paul. So I don't know what the Wizards are doing, to be honest. Because boom, Kyle Kuzma. 5 hours ago on Instagram, by the way. This is just random. Can't all fit in the SUV liked by Kevin Durant. It's a picture of Kevin Durant. I don't know what this means. Probably just fun or whatever. I don't know. But Kuzma today just opted out of his player option. That means he is a free agent. Potential places: Pacers, Rockets, Spurs, Kings, Jazz. Oh, by the way, one of the teams that Bradley Beal could have chose from was the Sacramento Kings, which Kings, Bucks, and Heat, and somebody else, I forget. But yeah, that's who he turned out. So Kuzma's a free agent. Then now they're talking about Porzingis not coming back. He opted into his contract, but they're talking about trading him. So I don't know what the Wizards are going to do. And they were just talking about in the draft, like a whole bunch of mock drafts are saying they're going to get Anthony Black. That's the player they're going to get. Anthony Black, a playmaking point guard. But now they just got Chris Paul. So what are they going to do with Chris Paul? I don't know, man. I don't like the Phoenix Suns, obviously. Mainly because of Chris Paul, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I don't like Chris Paul, but if he comes to the Lakers, I'm gonna like him. But it's gonna be fun to watch. Like, don't get me wrong. This is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun. We got a huge trade already. Maybe this could help Bradley Beal because he was low-key, like, supposed to be that man coming off that 30-point average, I don't know, a couple seasons ago. He hasn't been that since he got that big contract. He's used to being the man. So how is he going to fit in with two other players that are better than him? Let's be honest. How is Bradley Beal going to fit in mentality-wise with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker? Because Bradley Beal, at the last 3 minutes of the game, fourth quarter, for the Washington Wizards, no matter if they had Kuzma, Porzingis, he's getting the ball. Now, how is that going to affect the Suns? Because I don't think we've seen so far a successful big three trio work out. It always fails. And let's talk about Kevin Durant for a little bit. Oh yeah, by the way, Josh Hart, I guess he reacted, said they didn't get a single first round pick, which is kind of crazy. But they did say you're going to be shocked at how low Bradley Beal's value was, probably because of that contract. So he wasn't lying when he said that. I think it was Brian Windhorst. I'm not gonna lie, while I was recording this, I forgot what I was about to do, so my bad. If I remember, I'll go back. But here's Devin Booker's upcoming extension. If they don't win this year, they're gonna be in trouble, bro. 62 million? How? Under the new CBA rules, how are they gonna do this? Oh, we're gonna talk about Kevin Durant. I'm not forgetting now. Kevin Durant has now had Russell Westbrook, James Harden twice, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Kyrie Irving, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Bradley Beal. Kevin Durant's got to have the most superstars played with in NBA history. I mean, you could say some of the Lakers players had a lot of superstars, or LeBron's had a lot of superstars, but Kevin Durant, bro, always has a big three. You think about it. Back in OKC, Westbrook, Durant, Harden. Then he leaves, goes to the Warriors. Curry, Durant, Klay, Draymond. Then he goes to the Nets. We got James Harden, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. Then he goes to the Suns. We got Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. Now we got Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. How many different options does Kevin Durant get, and how many times is he gonna get it before he wins again? I mean, he won with the Warriors, but he hasn't won outside of that with all these superstar teams. So I don't know, man. I don't know. How do you guys feel about this trade? How do you feel about the Phoenix Suns? I'm interested in knowing your guys' takes. My opinion, it's not a good fit. That's just my opinion. Unless they get a point guard and trade DeAndre Ayton and maybe get a veteran minimum big man in free agency, or they get a solid point guard that could kind of run an offense and keep Ayton, I don't see the Phoenix Suns winning the championship. That being said, I think they're going to be a very good team. Like, they're going to be top 5 in the West, at least, barring any injuries. But no, this team will not win a championship, and it's going to be very tough on the Phoenix Suns' future contract-wise. I think they're messing their team up. They fired Monty Williams, got rid of Chris Paul. In my opinion, I think they're going about it the wrong way. Let me know, though, what you guys think down below in the comments. Also, if you guys haven't already, go follow me on Twitter at Chamberlain_34. Link is in the description of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is ZTAY. Peace.